This is Mr. Peter Obi, and you're watching NoireTV.
My name is His Royal Highness Charles Egbe. His Excellency, thanks for joining us this morning. Uh, my
Thank you.
question is, my question is, as Nigerians, we know some of our problems. When you have large cost of governance, people in the Senate, people in the House of Rep, making millions of naira, even having newspapers allowance that nobody reads newspapers anymore nowadays. Everything's online. I strongly believe that if Nigerian current government cannot control the expenditure of what they dish out to all the people representing us, we will continue to have difficulties in managing the affairs of the country. What do you think, as a former governor or as a presidential aspirant, what should be the minimum salary for those people representing us in the House? Thank you.
Thank you very much. If you have followed me, Charles, you know I've been, I don't know how to describe it, but a very, very, very campaigner of cutting the cost of governance, aggressively ensuring that it's reduced to minimum. And it's not just those who are in the House. From the executive, I've operated at that level as a governor, and I can tell you the cost of governance in Nigeria is not just irresponsible, it's criminal because there's so much waste. And that you can drop to a very minimal level and have resources to deal with other issues. You can't just have people stay in one place, you know, renovating houses, building palaces, buying planes, while abandoning critical areas of development. I just told them yesterday that the number one critical area of development is health. And you can't talk about health without talking about primary health care. If you look at the budget of our capital budget of our primary health care, because when you talk about budget, yes, what you put into the recurrent is to pay, but the capital side of it is what will allow you to build the necessary infrastructure. If you look at the capital component of our primary health care, which is the foundation of health, for 2024 is about 59 billion plus. If you look at the capital budget of all the teaching hospitals, from that of Ibadan, University of Ibadan, University of Lagos, University of Nigeria, Soka, Ahmadu Bello University, University of Jos. If you put all of them together, all the universities, which is this is your specialist teaching hospitals, where you can say that is where the best is. If you put their capital budget and of primary health care together, it is not up to the money we used to buy a new plane. That is where the problem is. The same thing goes to the National Assembly, where you have budgets, and what I've mentioned, I think in my last interview here, that you have a budget where we don't have a national library where people can go and have reference and everything. The budget for it this year is under 1 billion, but you have National Assembly Library for 15 billion, which nobody's going to use. So for me, it is something you need to dismantle. And there are things that I follow that read this and I know what is happening. So it's not about me, it's about if you're there, you have to come out and show this is the way to go. But it has to start with you, who is on the executive side, before you can tell other people to manage their own situation.
Charles Egbe again. I'm from Maryland. The question I wanted to ask was I was disappointed at the last election that we have the European representatives came to see the election and they saw that it was rigged and all that stuff. And still, the foreign policy, Nigerian government still, those that came to witness the election knew that the election was rigged and nothing was done um, by the European government. So how do we still have a foreign relationship with those people that did not represent during the election properly? What kind of trust do we have on them coming to watch another election?
Well, Mr. Charles, foreign observers are just there to observe. They're not going to change your country. I'm one of those who believe that we don't have any problem with foreign countries and they can't change Nigeria. When people blame them, and I disagree with it, the problems in Nigeria are Nigerian problems. They can be solved by Nigerians. If Nigeria decides to have a good leader, we'll get that problem solved any day. And I've said it repeatedly when I was campaigning, that I will concentrate on building a strong Nigeria that will be secured, that can feed itself, and engage with foreigners on the proper terms.
Thank you.
NoireTV, showing on Verizon Fios channel 269, Optimum channel 1100, and on Digicel. Or on our website www.noiretv.com, or download the app from the App Store or Play Store.